What's good, everybody? My name is Winston A. Marshall, aka the Swaggy Blurred, and welcome to CPT Review. So, what is CPT Review, you're asking? So, I have been a big movie guy for a long time in my life, but there's a sizable chunk of films, a lot of them being pop culture related, that I have not seen. When I was a kid, I was focused on the stuff that I liked. You know what I mean? Ninja Turtles, Rush Hour, The Wood. Uh, I watched the stuff that I watched, and I watched it on repeat. So there's a lot of things that I didn't ultimately end up seeing. And one of the big franchises that I didn't see was Indiana Jones. And so with the fifth and sounds like maybe final Indiana Jones film, The Dial of Destiny, coming out on June 30th, and I will be attending a screening for that, I decided it'd probably be pretty important for me to see the other four Indiana Jones films. Now, I have heard very little. I know most of the pop culture references, the dude doing the sword thing and then popping the guy, don't look at the Ark because it's going to melt everybody, all that kind of stuff. But I haven't seen the films. So I'm going to be doing real short reviews of these four Indiana Jones films that I'm sure you've all seen. I've been warned about the good ones and the bad ones. But I'm really excited about it. So this first one is, of course, as you saw in the title, for Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So right out of the gate, I love that they really did a good job of establishing Indy. I didn't realize they took place so far in the past. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm already preemptively confused about the later ones, especially the Dial of Destiny and the Crystal Skull, because I thought those took in place in kind of modern times, and this was taking place during like Nazi times. I'll find out, I guess, as I go through these films. But right away, I love just seeing who Indy is as a character. Though at the same time, I'll be honest with you, Indy is just Han Solo. Like, if I'm being real with you, instead of being a smuggler and a scoundrel, he is an archaeologist and a scoundrel. Like, it's the same thing, bro. Instead of courting a princess who's a badass, he's courting a bar owner who's a badass. Instead of hitting them with the I love you, I love you, I know, it's the where does it hurt? Here. Like, it's just, look, real talk, Harrison Ford was a sex symbol. It's just sex symbol Harrison Ford taking another character and remixing it, and instead of being in space and being on a ship, he occasionally flies in a plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being concerned about trash compactors, my guy hates snakes. All right? Like, and pits with snakes in them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to outrun the Death Star, my guy is outrunning a boulder. Now, I'm cracking on these jokes and whatnot, but real talk, I'm actually really impressed and had a lot of fun with Raiders of the Lost Ark. I have been paying more and more attention to scoring. I know that Indiana Jones is a legendary score, but I've been paying more and more attention to scoring over the last year or so. For those that are familiar with Christian Harloff, the work I do with him, both previously in the Schmodown and now on Capes and Cows, that's a big thing he is constantly looking out for, and I noticed this immediately, and how incredible the scoring for this really is. But I also understand now, honestly, seeing this, if I had seen this as a kid, I was obsessed with The Mummy. I thought The Mummy was amazing. I don't really mess with archaeologists and stuff like that all that much, or going through tombs or anything, but I just thought The Mummy, I thought what Brendan Fraser did as Rick O'Connell, and that whole thing was just amazing. So for me, this is essentially like, The Mummy to me feels like now, what a lot of people would call like reboots and stuff like that. I know the stories are drastically different, but just like the style and the tone and how the characters play out, that's what that feels like to me. Like this, The Mummy was my Indiana Jones. So I understand why people were rocking with this so hard. And what's amazing, and I gotta give so much credit to Lucas and Spielberg and all them, it holds up. This film is 81, and sometimes older films don't always hold up, but this holds up. It's good. There's a little nonsense here and there. There's some kind of funny stuff, maybe a little bit of racist stuff going on in there. Nothing overtly. There's nothing in here that you're out here being like, oh, we got to cancel this. But some stuff where you're like, hey, maybe we don't do this in 2023. But it doesn't matter. Like in the sense that it is lightweight stuff. It's nothing to write home about. it's just a good time. I'm just like really blown away by what a good time it is. Like, really on this quest to find the Ark, having to deal with the rival. The rival thing is very similar with Benny in The Mummy. You're on the wrong side of the river. The only difference is this dude, Benak or whatever the fuck his name is, he keeps one-upping Indy left and right, man. But I just really, really appreciate how Harrison Ford's just the man. He really is. I feel like he went into a more mature, older, staunch version of that in like Air Force One and the roles that in The Fugitive and the roles he had, in the 90s and the 2000s. But this is just sex symbol Harrison Ford, bro. The fact that you got a student out here blinking her eyes, love you, written across it. All the girls in the class, head tilted like this. He talking, they don't understand a damn thing. Like they used to say that college back in the day for this is just what it was. A lot of women would go to college. They were less there concerned about their education and finding a job. They were more there about trying to find a hubby. It felt like all the girls in the class, they weren't in that class because they were trying to become, Laura Dern in the Jurassic Park series and start looking for dinosaur bones or exploring tombs. They just want to see Professor Indy and see what his deal is. Ask if he'll if he'll should explore their Temple of Doom. You know what I'm saying? So that they'll raid their Ark. So I really, really enjoyed this movie. I cannot wait to watch the rest of them. I've been told that Temple of Doom and Crystal Skull are garbage, boo-boo trash. So I'm not excited about walking into this next film, supposedly not being as good. But I'm very curious as to why everybody loves this franchise so much. And so far, I get it. So far, I totally understand. But I want to know, what are your feelings on Indiana Jones? I'm assuming you've all seen it at this point. If you haven't, please let me know why you haven't seen it. Let me know what your favorite indie film is, and if there's anything else like this. I've got a laundry list that I could put out. I know a number of different people that have shows, reviews similar to this, where they're movies they haven't seen and they're talking about them and stuff like that. So I know this isn't a new thing that's like going on, but it is something that's been on my heart and I've been thinking about for a long time. And I thought, hey, I might as well bring y'all along the journey as I fill in some of this film gap knowledge. So that is my CPT review. May not be on what's they'll say, baby, I'm not always there where you call, but I'm always on time. It's kind of the opposite. In this case, I'm not on time at all. I'm late as fuck. So either way, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, throw a like on here and a comment as I mentioned before, and check out some of the other stuff, man. I got the movie reviews, and like I said, I will have my out of the theater reaction for Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. When you're seeing this, I probably would have already put it up by now. Well, I got to look at my schedule and when I'm releasing stuff, so I may have already put it up by now. But definitely check that out, and then check out my non-spoiler review that I will do of that as well. The spoiler review, if I do one with Christian Harloff over on his channel, then I won't do one here. If I don't, then I'll do a spoiler review of Dial of Destiny as well. But either way, this is our march up to that. Thank you so much. I will see y'all next time. Peace.